What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here with a rainy day special. Today, I'm gonna be doing what I do best, talking crap about other people's motorcycles. And who asked for my opinion, you might be wondering? No one did, and that's why I'm here to do a whole episode rating my fellow YouTubers' motorcycles. As with most of my video concepts, this one is also completely unoriginal. I stole the idea from the folks over at Drive Tribe. I think that they had their team pick out which YouTubers' cars that they were gonna roast, but I don't have a team, so I just picked from people here on YouTube who I've personally gotten drunk with, and even then only 6 of them. Now, what gives me the right to make fun of other people's motorcycle choices? Well, it's only because mine are so ridiculous themselves. My therapist is currently writing her thesis paper on what my Rocket 3 says about my fragile masculinity. Anyway, let's get into it, starting off with my good buddy and fellow Floridian, Blockhead. Old Block has owned everything from super sports to Groms, but if there's one motorcycle that he's synonymous with, it's the Harley Davidsonlowrider S, having owned both the Dyna and the Softail version. Man, that's dedication. And if you've ever met Blockhead, it really is just a perfect fit for him because he is such a nice guy and he wants everyone around him to feel welcome and included and feel like they're part of what's going on. Just the same, the Harley Davidsonlowrider S is an olive branch, a Harley that even sport bike guys can like. With their biggest engine in their second smallest frame, inverted front forks, dual disc, the Harley Lowrider S is really in a class of its own. And it has to be, because if it was in anybody else's class, it'd get absolutely destroyed. The Harley Lowrider S, it's like winning a gold medal in the Special Olympics. Wow, 10 whole more horsepower than the base model? Ooh, 2 discs up front, not just one? Wow, Harley, you get a shiny gold star. Isn't that special? Continuing the Harley trend, up next is John Maxwell, the Harley tech. Huge congrats to John, he just opened up his own motorcycle shop, Maxwell's Motorcycles, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little bit jealous. What I am not jealous of is his motorcycle, a Harley Davidson Heritage Classic Softail, also known as Angry Grandpa. Something a heritage is just a great way for Harley Davidson to get away with putting shoddy suspension and a single front disc on a touring model. The Harley Davidson Heritage Classic Softail, if Metamucil made motorcycles. The Heritage harkens back to a simpler time, back when a woman knew her place and all Harley had to do to call something a touring bike was slap some cheap leather bags on it and a plastic windshield and call it a day. Alright, my man Motonosity, who I'm pretty sure didn't get that drunk the few times we hung out, but boy, I sure did. One thing I've always really admired about Motonosity's content and him as a person is his eye for detail and perfection. Not only did Motonosity start the build series trend in the motovlogging world, something he doesn't get credit for, by the way, but his CRF Supermoto build is, for lack of a better word, flawless. Which definitely tracks with his current motorcycle choice, the BMW S1000RR M Edition. I might have missed a couple letters or numbers in there somewhere, but whatever, you guys get it. It's the best one. This bike is like a microchip away from achieving sentience. It's like the Ivan Drago of motorcycles.
I must break you.
And not only that, but Motornosity then put a full carbon fiber body kit on it, which is like strapping machine guns to a great white shark. Like, you're an apex predator. We get it, dude. You don't have to rub our faces in it. Next up is Suburban Delinquent, a guy I've gotten blackout drunk with in no less than 4 different states, a dubious accomplishment at best. We've been thrown out of bars all over the United States, and Sub D's GSXR 750 looks like it got the bum rush right along with us.
Dude, the bike fell so hard just now. Oh, there's some good damage on it this time. Put a hole in my fairing.
This motorcycle is like your drunk Uncle Rico. Sure, it went on a 7-day bender and then picked a fight with the cops and went to jail. But you know, before Friday hits, the GSXR 750 is gonna make bail and be bellied up to the bar for another round. Another Cali classic, Baker X Derek and his Kawasaki's. Derek is a true OG in the motovlogging scene here on YouTube, and me personally going from not having a channel at all and watching him on YouTube to eventually drinking beers with him in California was an awesome, surreal experience. Of course, you can't say BXD without immediately thinking 636. Kawasaki should literally gift him one. Another 636 in existence that has had every available ounce of value and fun just wrung out of it like BXD's has. It's a chicken wing that's got the cartilage eaten off of it. It's a daytime topless dancer with a bad hip and a C-section scar. It's that beat up copy of Butt Frenzy that got passed around to every single boy in the 6th grade. It's had a hard life, there's no doubt about that, but you cannot name one other 636 that's brought more laughs to the world and more fun to somebody than that one has. Last but not least is my friend Do It With Dan, who also has had just a wild array of motorcycles. Everything from the Sharpie bike to the storied Magna, but of course the bike that I'm gonna make fun of is the H2. So Dan is one of those guys that instead of being like a tamer version of his online persona in real life, he's even more outrageous in the flesh. The dude is a cartoon character, so it only makes sense that he rides the big ass anime titties of motorcycles. If Kyle was a motorcycle, he'd be an H2. The H2 is the kind of motorcycle that wakes up drug sick at its grandmother's house on a Sunday morning and starts throwing drywall missiles because Nana hit her purse in a different spot. The H2 is a motorcycle designed by 11-year-old Dragon Ball Z fans for people who think that Riff Raff's look is a bit too subtle. And yes, I know he sold the H2, but I couldn't make fun of his V-Rod because I already used up all my Special Olympic jokes on Blockhead. Anyway, that's gonna about wrap up this episode of Stolen Ideas. Every single YouTuber I mentioned in this video makes awesome, regular, weekly, some of them bi-weekly content, so make sure you go show them all some love. If there's somebody in particular whose motorcycle choice you want me to roast in a future video, make sure you leave it in the comments down below. I stuck to people that I've actually met in person this time because I feel like they can take a joke better, but you know, if you got your panties in a twist because I made fun of your favorite YouTuber's motorcycle, pump the brakes. It's all just jokes, man. Yeah, maybe next time I'll actually try to piss some people off. That might be fun. So leave me a like on this video if you laughed even once, and hit that subscribe button for more videos that will probably be nothing like this one at all. As always, huge thanks to all my Patreons. You guys are the ones who make this channel possible. And until next time, y'all, keep it weird.